In a story that should be surprising to no one, women want to stay at home and get paid at the same time. Here's the title from the Daily Mail: The Rise of the Lazy Girl Jobs. Demand for posts that offer working from home and are low effort are in huge demand among Gen Zers. These are the 25 most sought after roles. The internet is moving past quiet quitting, when someone does only the bare minimum at work, putting in only the effort required to get the job done. Gallup's latest worker poll found nearly 6 in 10 adults in America are quiet quitting after the pandemic caused people to prioritize their me time. But a new trend that piggybacks on this premise has emerged: the lazy girl job. The term went viral thanks to a TikTok video with millions of views. You see, there is a tendency among men, not all men, to work with your hands, to be aggressive, to enjoy physical activity. It's not absolute. This is the problem that feminists often make. That when you say there's a tendency among men, you're saying no women anywhere want to do a thing. No, come on. It's gender is bimodal, meaning there's a great overlap and there's differences. Women are subject-oriented. Men are object-oriented. Men like to grab things with their hands. Women like to talk about things. Women are better with words, and men are better with like logistics and locations and math kind of things. So when you see this story, this is not to besmirch the good name of women. It's to actually point out priorities of women. And that is, you will probably see among females a desire to be at home more than men who want to go off and go adventuring. Makes sense. If we look back at evolutionary biology, the assumption is the guys would band together and go hunt, and the women would stay there and protect the family or forage nearby. Right? And now we have this trope of women love going shopping. Yeah, that's what they say. Women would go and forage, collect fruits and berries from trees and things like that. Right? You go shopping, you look around, you collect things that you like. Men like to win competitions and hunt and fight, and men would go out and hunt or defend the village. Makes perfect sense. Here's the story. Top 25 most searched lazy girl jobs. Number 1, cloud engineer, e-learning assistant, translator, customer feedback analyst, data entry specialist. I gotta be honest. Accountant, freelance writer, data analyst. I know a lot more women in these jobs than I know men. Copy editor and data analyst, right up there at the top. Like every single copy editor I know is a woman. Hotel night auditor, talent acquisition. Ooh, that's funny. Legal assistant, market research analyst, executive assistant, social media manager, insurance claim adjuster. Your lazy girl era. The job advice none is telling women: a lazy girl job is something that you can basically quiet quit. Stop waiting on corporate holidays to live your life. It takes away from the pressure from the exhaustion of holidays. The premise of a lazy girl job is simple: low stress, low effort with lots of flexibility and freedom. You basically just don't want to work. These jobs are remote, require no overtime, are physically safe, and there's minimum to no supervision. TikToker Gabrielle Judge defined them as jobs with laid-back bosses and comfortable salaries that pay the bills but don't require a chaotic work schedule. It's the antithesis of the girl boss movement or leaning in, constant hustling and long hours to climb to the top. And that's the point, my friends. I am not bringing this up to besmirch the good name of ladies. I'm here to point out the things they desire. And I agree with it. Yo, let us men do the heavy lifting. And you can sit back, be very flexible and comfortable, travel around in your van, and work remotely from your laptop, getting done an important job that we need done and need someone who wants to do it. Not every woman has to do this, okay? You want to be a girl boss CEO, man, do your thing. I'm just saying, if you would, and I mean this in all sincerity, if you would literally prefer to live in a van, work from your laptop, then you should do that. Let me tell you something. As somebody who runs a company with many employees, I always tell people, if you don't want to be here, you shouldn't be here, okay? The idea is this: everybody who's here should want to be here. If anybody who's here just because they're in desperate need of a job, they shouldn't be here. So here's how it works here at Timcast. If something comes up in your life that requires you to take time off, unlimited time off, unlimited. You know why? If you don't want to be here, you shouldn't be here. I said it before. I'll say it again. We'll put it this way. Let's say somebody has to go to the hospital. Let's say you're going to have a family. Let's say you had a family who's sick. A family member is sick and you're like, I've got to take care of this. I say, yeah, absolutely. We will figure out how to carry the slack with, someone else who knows the job, who can fill in for you while you're gone. Because If somebody's grandfather was dying and I was like, look, man, you're the person who does this job. You can't leave. I know then you're going to have someone who's miserable and they're not going to be able to do their job effectively. That's a waste of everybody's time. And if somebody just keeps disappearing because they're like, oh, I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that. I'm just like, I'd rather you not be here if you don't want to be here, because I'd rather find someone who's going to do their job. Don't get me wrong. If someone just keeps disappearing and isn't doing their job, then, they're going to lose their job. But here's the way I describe it. It's not so much you being fired as you quitting. If you disappear for a long period of time and then you keep doing it, we'll just eventually hire someone to replace you. We don't need to go to you and be like, how dare you do this? You're fired. It's just like, well, we're going to move you to contract. We're going to reduce your pay. I think of it like this. If someone is causing problems and we have to get rid of them, well, then we have to get rid of them. If someone is doing the bare minimum, then we just say, we're going to pay you commensurate with your effort. And then we will find someone to fill in the gaps. You should get paid for what you're willing to produce and for how long you're willing to be here. And if that's an hour a week, then we reduce you to that until you're gone. It's that simple. Here's what they say. Lazy girl job searches are up 1,267% over the past month, according to Workamajig. Gen Zers especially are interested. It's even popular enough that it's got its own Wikipedia page. Workamajig crunched the numbers to find the 25 most popular lazy girl roles. Together, lazy girl job and lazy girl jobs have a combined 25 million plus views. Using keyword tool, we analyzed various roles, blah, 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 and then we read what they wanted. They say TikTok's most popular lazy girl jobs. They searched. Search data is correct as of August 10th. Maybe it's the branding. Many complaints about the term come from those who say it paints a bad picture. Social media strategist Michael Derwin told the Wall Street Journal, the movement makes sense. The name is all wrong. I think younger women are using it almost in a way that they don't understand the damage it can do. But would the term have gone so viral with a more acceptable term like work-life balance? Probably not. Here's what I think. This is the perfect job for young women. And it's the perfect scenario for society. Women want to be at home. Not every single woman, but a generality. This shows that. They should be. They want to do a job that makes them money, but they don't want to be stressed out and they don't want to be girl bosses. Give them that opportunity. Look, if I've got a job that's like someone's got to check the emails and it's a really boring, tedious job, it's the perfect job for somebody who wants to be at home. And we have a requirement here to a certain degree of come into the office because we want there to be shared ideas. The more people coming together and talking with each other, you build community, you build culture, and it really does help. I think it's very, very important. But these are the kind of jobs where it's like, maybe it's better for a woman, especially if she wants to have a family, that she's doing a job she can do from anywhere. A lot of the work that we do, video editing, for instance, can be done remotely. And then it's the greatest thing in my opinion. I want parents, people who have kids, to be around their kids. And if you can do your job and have your kids around, fantastic. And I always tell everybody here, if you ever you need to come in, bring your kids. Obviously, we're not a daycare. We can't have 8,000 kids running around doing everything, but it's no big deal if periodically you bring your kid to work. I encourage it. I think your kids should see you do work. And I think it's really great that you can, that they're if you're a dad or a mom and you want to be around your kids and you can work from home, you can do it. It's great. I think it's a good thing. So I think there's like a view of this, and I agree with the lazy girl job idea. I think the reason why they're calling it lazy girl job is because of the narrative from feminists over girl boss. And so if the norm is girl boss, the inverse is lazy girl, right? I think that's a wrong way to put it. And I agree with the guy who was saying, don't call it that. We should be cheering for this. If women want to be at home, let them do that and let them take the jobs that fit them naturally to maximize output. And it's better for everybody. I don't want to come to an office and have an angry woman being like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to come to an office and have an angry guy. So I don't care if you're a guy or a girl. If that's a job you want, you should be doing it. More so, I think something like this will increase the opportunity that people have families and have kids. And families, I believe, are course correcting for this country. I think the family dissolves, everything starts breaking apart. You bring families together, people start caring. You work from home, you start caring a lot more about that garbage piling up in the street or the guy and the gunshots, the guy with the gun and the gunshots going off all the time. You have a family, you have kids, you start caring about how you're going to protect them. I think all in all, we shouldn't call it the lazy girl job. We should call it the work from home job. We should call it the women's ideal job. Not a lazy girl, but a job that fits the role that these women want to have. If you're a guy who wants it too, man, more power to you. I'm going to leave it there. Next segment's coming up at 1 p.m. on this channel. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you all then.